Responding to the Wall Street Journal 2, a USD trillion surplus versus employment collapse, which is real, which is fake. The Wall Street Journal marveled at China's $1 trillion trade surplus in the first 11 months of 2025, hailing it as a historic symbol of made in China dominating global markets. Yet anyone with even a basic understanding of China's employment reality can see that such a massive surplus cannot coexist with a collapsing labor market. A growing surplus normally signals improving employment. In China, however, the opposite is happening. Business closures and mass layoffs are spreading nationwide. Under the employment trade mapping framework, a $3.4 trillion trade volume and a $1 trillion surplus would imply at least 50 million jobs absorbed, with overseas demand alone creating over 30 million positions. If the surplus were real, manufacturing employment should be expanding, youth job prospects improving, and factories running at full capacity. Instead, layoffs and shutdowns dominate. Surveys by domestic scholars show youth unemployment exceeding 46%. Millions of graduates remain jobless, and elite university graduates delivering food have become commonplace facts fundamentally incompatible with an export boom. This is not an economic puzzle, but a logical flaw created by fabricated data. Unless China's exports consist entirely of ultra-high value-added products, which they clearly do not, the employment collapse makes the surplus claim implausible. The reality is clear: factories are closing across the Pearl River Delta, operating at half capacity in the Yangtze River Delta, and losing foreign orders as multinationals exit. If exports were surging, widespread layoffs would be impossible. The Wall Street Journal's core error is applying the logic of a normal economy to China. In China, data serve political objectives, surpluses are narrative tools, and employment is the real crisis, one deliberately concealed. Even if a surplus exists, a larger surplus does not signal strength, it signals dying domestic demand. Employment and trade surplus cannot both be false. Employment pain is lived daily and cannot be fabricated. Trade data, however, can be sealed, polished, and presented. If the surplus is a miracle, why does employment look like a disaster?